You've touched on my next topic quite a bit actually already, and that is the manager's role during acquisition or disposition. And so sounds like you recommend the manager being quite involved.
I do, because I believe that the most important person to helping you maximize your net operating income is your property manager. You have to buy right. You never get back what you lost on the front end, but then how well that property is managed day to day. Because the two levers that you really have to manipulate are your ability to capture market rent. And then beyond that, yes, you should shop around for property insurance, but there is a floor there. Taxes only go one direction. Tenants have to use a certain amount of utilities. People need light and water in their homes. And so it's that property's manager's ability to capture market rents for you, and then to understand what type of repairs or capital expenditures are needed so they can help you prepare for them, and then their ability to execute on them, which is what makes them so important in the acquisition of the property.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to looking forward to the market. Based on your experience with how quickly you're able to fill properties and what kind of rent increases you've been able to make and request, combined with any concessions that are required now in order to get people into the properties, what would you say is going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months in the rental market? Are we going to continue to see rental prices going up, or is it going to kind of level off at all? What do you think?
Well, that seems to be the question on everyone's mind, including Jerome Powell's today, as we're looking at what the Fed's going to do. So anyone who tells you they know exactly what it's going to do, I would be cautious of that. As it pertains to the rental market, one of the reasons that we like investing in apartments is people do always need a place to live. If you go back to 2008 and you look at the default rates, like the default rates for single-family home mortgages were around 4%. The default rates in multifamily investing was 0.4%. So something that's managed well, where you have adequate cash reserves, does allow you to ride out market fluctuations. Now, in the Twin Cities, during the worst of the recession, we dropped down to about 8% vacancy rate. You won't always collect the same amount of rent against that, although we don't see huge fluctuations in rent prices. That does get pretty dependent, and where I would say to people looking over the next 6 to 12 months is that it really depends on the property type. Personally, I don't invest in a lot of Class A stuff or seek to own that at this point in time, because that's going to be heavily dependent on the amenities that they offer. And my sense is that's the first stuff that's going to go when the next recession inevitably happens. The reason we like kind of your Class C style apartment buildings, Class B as well, is that you tend to have more stable tenant bases, where even, again, going back to 2008, people may shift down. You may have a Class A tenant who is renting a Class A apartment building start to rent a Class B or Class C. So I just believe that those tenant bases are a little bit more stable. So Class A, I would say I'm nervous. Class B, Class C, I think will be steady Eddie.
Yeah. Want to hear more on this topic? Click the link below for the full episode of Maximizing Your Property Value.